Hello, everybody. CR Wrestling Commentary. Cedric and Teacher here, giving our thoughts on Evil Uno versus Moxley. And he won't be referred to as Moxley from here on out. He's Goon.
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 Because he carries himself like a
goon. From Popeye.
From Popeye.
So, okay. Look. I didn't want to do things where I'm just dumping on anyone and stuff like that. That's not what I wanted to do. That's not. But this was the main event. It was set up. It was a week in the making.
It was a week setup.
And here's the thing. You know, they did their wrestling. They did their fighting. Evil Uno, you know, he's like, look, I need to restore some respect and whatnot to the Dark Order. We're going to fight Adam Page no matter what happens. He pulls the whole, you know, like Apollo Creed thing. No matter what happens, you do not come down there and help me.
Apollo Creed circa Rocky 4.
Yeah. So,
folks young, they don't know nothing no more, so you got to throw that stuff in there.
Yeah. Rocky 4, awesome. That he broke things in me I didn't even know I had.
And he said that in Rocky 5.
Yep. So, I was like, man, that was gravity.
Yeah, it was.
But why was that gravity and why was this not any gravity? Because you watch Rocky 1, 2, 3, 4, you're like, whoa. You see Rocky 5, which is one that most don't like, but they miss the main thing, which is that line there and how Rocky as a mentor he's not ready. Rocky wasn't ready to mentor, especially his own.
Yeah.
So it's a lot that people missed.
He was still missing his own mentor. It's hard to be a mentor when you feel naked without yours.
Yes. And, you know, Mick is gone. Apollo is gone because Apollo took over the part of Mick. Both are gone. There's no guidance. Now he's the teacher. Yoda, he's not. And so that part is missing. So I hope that people understand, you know, that's why when he can say something like that in what he would even deem Sylvester Stallone a throwaway movie that he wished hadn't happened, it's important. When it comes to Evil One versus Goon, there's no buildup. So Goon rips at the mask, he tears it open, battles him outside, which always got to go outside, and then Evil Uno he blades himself because if he had cut himself open on those steps if he hit the corner, which would have been obvious, they would have stopped that match.
Yeah.
And I know the blood loss level of those steps. Uno, it was a bad blading. He's under the mask. That sweat, that heat, that heart pumping. It's a head cut. That's why they always go for the head. It's going to gush. It's going to look more than it is. That's the point. His mask was just proliferating that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's great. That is awesome. If you were in love with Evil Uno.
We don't see Evil Uno. He has no presence. I mean, his compadre, what's his damn name? Adam Page. He don't use the Dark Order. He don't reference the Dark Order. He don't talk to the Dark Order. They have to remind us that they're even associated.
Yes. Evil Uno hasn't been battling. And if he has, it's on dark with throwaway match after throwaway match. Even if it's the main event, it'll be a throwaway match. The matches don't mean anything. And there are people out there that know I don't like the term throwaway match because it says, hey, you, wrestling guy, wrestling career, this means nothing. Enjoy.
Nothing in the long scheme. Here's the problem. And
I don't do throwaway matches in CR Fire Pro.
I might not be able to be around for long, so I'm just going to get out.
We're about done. We're about done.
Tony Khan writes matches like sitcoms.
They have nothing to do with other sitcoms.
They have nothing to do. From episode to episode, sitcoms rarely relate to each other. It's like watching Family Guy. You know, you can kill off a Family Guy character. Next episode, they're back. It's like separate universes. You can't hold on to an audience if every match has got a 30-second build-up in his own little universe, and once it's over, the next show is like it never happened? And the way he books Moxley, although Moxley sucks in my opinion, Goon, the way he books him like he's Apollo Creed, like he's the greatest thing that ever bladed themselves. And then you take Evil Uno, who rarely even makes it on TV. That match shouldn't happen. Rocky won. When they call Rocky down to Apollo's headquarters, dude said, "How would you like to fight the heavyweight champion of the world?" And he's like, "Sorry, I'm a ham and egg. That wouldn't be a good fight." That is Moxley and Evil Uno. I'm not just saying that Moxley's wrestling ability is so fucking grand. It's not. It's just the way these two individuals are treated in this company. Who's going to be invested in this match? Especially when it doesn't have a build-up. I can see if Evil Uno's going to have a glow-up. He didn't have a glow-up. He had, "I'm mad, I'm going to slap you." And Goon's like, "All right, let's fight to the death. Let's peel off our skull and do the thing." And that's it.
I said Goon couldn't sell ice in a desert. All right? He just couldn't. Look, Uno bladed himself. He's bleeding. It's pouring buckets. Listen to the fans. Listen to the fans, not the commentators. You listen to the fans. They did not care.
They didn't care.
They did not care. If you had taken this into the late 1980s, I would say 87, and Ric Flair busts open Sting, and Sting is bleeding like that, 87, 89, yeah, in that range, and Sting is bleeding like that, the fans coming over the railing. They coming over the railing. They are going to be pissed. They're going to attack Flair for making him bleed and possibly trying to kill him. Evil Uno is bleeding buckets, and I mean, that's like Academy Award winning bleeding, and this dude, no one cares.
No one cares.
The crowd isn't up in arms. There's nobody covering their faces and crying.
Why should they care?
People bleed every day.
Goon bleeds every match. If he doesn't bleed, it's like, oh dang, he kept his skin intact.
That's something new.
He bleeds every match. Not only are they immune, they are bored. If someone in your household has a condition where at any random point they might pass out, the first time you're gonna be fucked. The second time you're gonna be fucked. You find out what it is. By the 10th time, it's like, oh, they passed out. Help them up, they be good.
And then eventually, oh yeah, they passed out. Don't worry, he'll wake up soon enough.
You're immune. And Tony Khan is, I don't know. And
then after all that bleeding,
his fucking ass, he can't see how bored his crowd is.
After all that bleeding and the boredom from the crowd, then Goon says, "Let me get blood on me. Let me juice. Let me bleed for the aftermath." Like anyone's gonna care. I think I know what Goon is going for, and that's just no. Man, you bleed all the time. You bleed every day. Let the crowd know that you're in trouble. You're in peril, and you're gonna keep fighting, and you're the juggernaut. No.
Flair didn't bleed every match.
Nope.
He'd be dead as much as he wrestled. He bled every match.
Capital Combat 90 was the worst bleeding I've ever seen Flair had. And he was all messed up. And Barry Windham is kind of like, I'm trying not to get that on me, but I'm also trying to show that I'm on the team. It was funny. It was, at first I was like, this guy is out of his mind. I thought Flair was legitimately a crazy man. I thought he was out of his gourd. I thought that man was a pencil shy of the eraser. I thought he was messed up. Gonzo Nutzoid. I see Moxley and everyone else bleeding. I'm like, well, they're bleeding again, but why? What's anybody going to get? And oh, might I add, everybody and their mom and the people living under the rock knew that Evil Uno was going to lose.
Everybody.
So what was the point?
Why was it main event?
How could that should have been the opening match, no blood, and then one and done.
Good is always in the opening match, but this is the one. This is the main event.
Yeah. So we don't want to just dump on it, but let you know where the faults are. Stop the bleeding. Stop it. Have people come in and wrestle. Think about MJF, how he gets over and he's not bleeding. Bryan Danielson, not bleeding. Others won't bleeding and they get over. There needs to be better. So if you love AEW, you want to be a staunch defender of AEW, then help AEW. Go to Twitter and be like, at AEW, please stop the bleeding. We want to care about the wrestlers when they do bleed. Something, anything. Me, it's just, we watch it while we talk about other stuff, and we turn the commentary down because the commentary don't match what we're watching on the screen usually. In certain references of each match, like it's a small part of the match, I'm like, nope, that's not happening. That's not true. That's not going on. Stop it. But yeah, with that, y'all take care. Leave your comments below. See you next time.